All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. So I just did a video and I'm proud of myself because I kept it bad boy under 10 minutes. And that means that, you know, our shorter attention spans might actually make it through the whole thing. So let me talk to you about uh, good-natured people. That's what I really want to talk about today. So I'm new in town, right? I New job, new place, renting a room, and not even using my own car right now. Like total reset after my breakup. And of course, not every person I'm meeting, I'm telling them all these details, right? Of course not. But just a little bit of me asking for help, as needed, instant yeses. Case in point, this morning, well, yesterday, I told the person that I'm renting a room for, you know, my car feels a little weird. It's smoking or whatever. It wasn't really smoking, but it smelled like smoke. And I asked them for a referral to a local mechanic. So they gave me a good little list. And when I got home, they talked to me about it further, about what was going on and who they thought would be the best fit. That evening, they also swung back around to it and was like, hey, in the morning, I'll trail you and I'll take you to work. You can drop off your car. That way it gets seen while you're at work. And, I'll drop you off at work so you don't have to take a Uber. Because Ubers around here, it's a smaller town. I don't want you out there trying to figure out how to get to work. And I'm like, okay, because I'm still learning how to accept blessings, direct favors that are, it's been hard for me to be on the other end of grace. That's the first time I said that out loud. Um, So I said, okay. And so in the morning, I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning, my usual, in between 4 and 5 is my usual. And, she was already awake. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to get in the shower. I'll be ready when you're ready. Okay. That's all I could do was say, okay, thank you. And I I mean, he kept his word. He certainly gave me directions. I love the way older people give directions, totally as if, Google Maps doesn't exist. And I don't mean no harm when I say that, but what I mean is they still use landmark, right? So he's like, well, when you get to that corner, you're gonna make that left, and then you're gonna go this. You're gonna see this on the right. Don't stop right there. You're gonna keep going because it's another one. Like he gave it. And myself, I was so fascinated by his commitment to keeping his word and doing something he did not have to do. Um, I barely was listening when he was giving me directions. That's what I'm getting to. So, sure enough, he had said he would grill me so he can see if I was leaking oil the way I thought I was, right? And so he's trailing me, so I'm supposed to be leading the way with the directions he gave me, and mind you, it like dried ice, moisture, whatever on the car, so I couldn't really see him that well, but we got there nevertheless, and he was so patient this morning because here I am. This man just told me exactly how to get there, and I'm just short breaking in front of him. Like, wait, is that it? No, no, wait, that's the one he said is not it. Like, goodness, goodness. That's all I can say. But anyways, so we did that, and sure enough, the shop was so nice. They called me. I had told them like I'm gonna be at work, so if I don't answer, I'll call you back. But we spoke and they, we're not finding anything serious. It's an older car. Da, da, da. They were completely honest, completely thorough. He's like when I went to pick up the car, he told me all of what he did, which was to me above and beyond to try to find what made it be the issue so he can fix it for me. And he says, of course, this is no charge. Um, and he gave me some recommendations for what to do, and how to follow up because it is an older car. It's gonna be on its last leg soon, and but today is not the last leg. So, um, what else happened? He didn't want any money, but when I went to my car, because I had actually left my wallet in my car too, which is something you cannot do where I'm from. Uh, so when I got to the car, I'm sitting there before I pulled off, and I said, "Oh no." I said, I gotta, even if it's just buying them a coffee or something, but I only had 20s in my wallet. So I got the 20 and I went and they were about to close. So they were already like, you know, in the rest of the shop. So, and I couldn't find a pen because I was going to write a little thank you. But I said, you know what? I put that $20 bill on the stapler and left it. They'll see it when they come back in and I'm the only one that was there. So they should put two and two together, and if they don't, then hey, just be happy you found $20. I don't care. The point is, I'm extremely thankful, and I believe you got to pay for it some kind of way. So that's that. As far as making sure I continue to be kind to who I'm renting from. Every time I bring something from the store, like I always check to see if he needs anything, and because he's an older gentleman, so and he is very capable, but it's just to me that's a common courtesy. And same with if I stop somewhere, for food, I'm like, hey, you got a taste for anything, whatever. And that's the way I was raised. That's the way I intend to be for the rest of my days. So today was a great day. The other part of the great day was my boss, my new boss, my new manager. I shouldn't call him boss. She she bakes, and so at least twice a week she brings in goodies, macaroons, Rice Krispies, brownies, cakes. The total fat girl heaven at work. But I'm vegan, so I don't eat the stuff because I can't. And I'll put it like this because I struggle with that. I am very much so plant based. Every so often, I struggle with nutrients though. So I have to do things to get those nutrients fast, right? And so sometimes that does mean I might have to eat something that I don't want to eat, right? And it might start as I don't want to eat it, but I didn't grow up vegan. So every now and then I'm like, well, since my ferritin or whatever that iron marker was kind of low, I don't want to, poor little cow, but this hasn't been that time, right? So I've been on and off vegan for quite some time and been consistently vegan for enough time that meat now tastes weird, right? And she knows this because when we're getting to know each other and stuff like that, I had shared that I haven't I want to. They look beautiful, but and so she was like, "Oh," and so like across a few days, she just kept poking at me like, "Well, do you eat butter? Do you eat milk? Okay, no. Okay, so that means nothing. Okay, all right. So what recipes do you know?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't really bake. I'm like, I have a best friend that is an excellent baker, and she knows how to make the stuff. But if I want a vegan dessert, I'm buying it from somewhere." And so she's like, hmm. And then she came back. Oh. And then I'm steady looking at the snacks, and I'm like, "This looks good. I know you can make this vegan. I know you can." And so at some point, we got to the point where she's like, "Send me some recipes." And I'm like, again, because, I'm not, people being nice to me, people being nice to me in work scares me, first of all. Let me just put that there, but that's a video for another day. But also, people being nice to me in general is kind of something where I'm learning how to receive that type of beauty in life, right? So I'm like, huh. So I took a few days where I'm like, she, whatever. But she kept saying it. So I'm like, okay. So I sent her a vegan Rice Krispie recipe. And sure enough, you see, she came and she's like, well. I gotta see where to get vegan marshmallows from, because I don't think my regular store has them, and I did that all the way wrong. And I'm like, oh, okay, because again, come on, bro, this reflection is killing me. Just look down to it. All right, there you go. All right, so I'm like, yeah, you know, whatever you can do, because I'm kind of still not thinking she's gonna do anything. And sure enough, this is done. Sure enough, that lady made me some vegan Rice Krispie treats. Matter of fact, I should do a live review. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Ignore my junkiness in the background. Thank you, girl. Thank you, guy. Whoever in between. This for everybody. This video for everybody. Now look, me being the generous heart that I am, even though she only made this for me, I still shared at work, right? So this row, it was a row right there, and it was some right there. And I stared, but people, I ain't gonna lie to you, people was trying to do me dirty like they couldn't touch my love. And that's okay because she made it for me anyways. She made it for me, but of course I made her try it because she had never made anything vegan before. And she was like, "Oh, I'm worried about it," and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "Girl, I'm not worried about it. Some snacks looking hella good. I'm not worried about it at all." So yeah, and I saw her walking away after I finally got forced her to try one, and I saw her walking, and she was saying it to herself, but she said, "I'm gonna have to make this again." And I said, "Yeah, yeah, I done inspired something, and that makes me happy." But anyways, I'm gonna give a live review. Y'all ready? Mind you, I already have some, but y'all ready? Mm, the crunch. Mm, mm. Not too sweet, but sweet enough to still be a treat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Excuse me. Thick. Not sparing any of the Rice Krispie itself or the marshmallow. Mm. Mm-hmm. Moist. A delicate balance of crunch and softness. Mm-hmm. Mm. The vanilla, heat at freshness. Mm-hmm. Start saying stuff you don't even know what it means when you eat something good. Mm-hmm. Mm. So that brings me to another topic. I've been sober for a minute now. Mm. Every day that goes by is a blessing. I need some tips so I can know exactly how many days. But anyways, there was a time where because of my addiction, this would have been gone in one sitting. But I had actually thought about leaving them at the office so I could force other people to help me eat them. But because she made them just for me, I'm like, let me just bring them home. I'd say a healthy consumption rate of the rest of this pan. It's Wednesday now. By Sunday. And that's only because I don't know how long they supposed to keep, right? So I'm gonna try to make sure I eat it. But baby, I'm gonna have to cut them in smaller squares because I don't need to be eating big ass. I'm sorry, but they're delicious, and I think it makes it even better. Oh, wait, I should have showed that on camera. Look at that. Mmm, ooey gooey. I think it makes it even better because they were made just for me. Mhm. 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 So, I had a great day. And if you had a great day, tell me why. And if you didn't have a great day, tell me why. Mhm. 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 It's delicious. Okay. And I really just hope that my channel, for my currently 19 subscribers, can reflect that real people still exist. I really hope that it can reflect that good people still exist. And I just hope that whoever needs to see it sees it. I'm not so concerned about popularity. I'm not so concerned about an income from YouTube. I think I just want to see people smile and be at peace. And some of the things that I've been through, or even that I'm currently experiencing, they help people. And I know that for a fact. And so I'm going to keep on recording these videos. And I'm going to keep on shining a light, on true humanity. Girl. Uh, Excuse me. True humanity, right? Please share this video. Please spread the joy. I'm going to keep being random. My name is Joy, and I'll talk to you another time, okay? Okay, bye. Because what? Like, okay, bye. Like, come on. I can't even get to the stop button. Come on. Come on. Okay, bye.